Have you ever wondered how a civilization could rise from small, scattered communities to become one of the most powerful empires in history, leaving behind legacies that still astound us today? What secrets did they unlock that allowed them to not just survive but thrive for over 3,000 years? Stay tuned, and by the end of this journey, you'll discover the hidden key to ancient Egypt's enduring power. But before we delve into the mysteries of this ancient world, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, so you never miss out on the stories that unravel the past in ways you've never imagined. The ancient Egyptian civilization, an empire that endured for over 3,000 years, remains one of the most iconic and influential in human history. At the zenith of its power, Egypt's dominion extended from the reaches of modern-day Syria in the north to the depths of today's Sudan in the south. Yet, Egypt wasn't always an empire. Long before it unified under a single banner, Egypt was a collection of independent city-states, flourishing along the fertile banks of the Nile River in North Africa. These city-states were distinctly divided into two regions, following the natural flow of the Nile: Upper Egypt, located in the south and upstream, and Lower Egypt in the north, downstream. Around 3100 BC, these two halves united, forging a single Egyptian state that would endure through millennia. The civilization's reign is traditionally divided into three major periods of prosperity, known as the Old, Middle, and New Kingdoms, punctuated by two periods of turmoil, referred to as the First and Second Intermediate periods. Pharaohs, the divine rulers guiding the Egyptian people through these epochs, were around 300 rulers, often referred to as pharaohs. The term pharaoh, meaning great house in Egyptian, wasn't originally a ruler's formal title, but became synonymous with them in modern times, largely due to its mention in the Hebrew Bible. These rulers, who weren't always men nor of Egyptian origin, were seen as the protectors of the people and served as divine intermediaries between humanity and the multitude of gods they worshipped. Tombs, gateways to eternity. Upon their deaths, the pharaohs were believed to transcend into godhood. To prepare for their journey into the afterlife, they constructed elaborate tombs, including the majestic pyramids at Giza and the underground mausoleums in the Valley of the Kings. These rulers filled their tombs with treasures, from gold jewelry to food, drink, and even beloved pets, all believed to be needed in the afterlife. The process of mummification was a critical part of this preparation. The deceased's body was embalmed, wrapped in hundreds of yards of linen, and placed within the tomb, ensuring the body could be reanimated in the afterlife. Even today, structures like the Great Pyramid stand as testaments to the vital role of religion in the lives of the ancient Egyptians, as well as their remarkable innovative and cultural prowess. Mathematics, the power of numbers. The innovations in mathematics and written language propelled Egyptian civilization to unprecedented heights. Measurement mathematics, in particular, allowed the Egyptians to understand and manipulate their world with a precision that was unrivaled at the time. They introduced a new form of measurement called the cubit, which they used to design monumental structures like the Great Pyramid with astonishing geometrical accuracy. The Egyptians also combined mathematics with astronomy to measure time, establishing a 24-hour day and creating the first solar calendar with 365 days in a year, a system that forms the basis of the calendar we use today. Civil engineering, shaping the land. The Egyptians also developed advanced techniques for measuring and surveying land, particularly around the Nile River. These civil engineering achievements enabled the construction of dams, canals, and irrigation systems that supported flourishing agriculture in the Nile Valley. Their innovations ensured that the land remained fertile and productive, sustaining their civilization for centuries. Written languages, the power of words. In addition to their mathematical prowess, the ancient Egyptians created written languages to describe the world around them. The oldest and most well-known of these is hieroglyphic writing. Developed around 3150 BC during the Old Kingdom, hieroglyphics consisted of over 700 pictorial characters and was primarily used to inscribe monuments and pottery for decorative or ceremonial purposes. However, a more functional form of writing, known as hieratic, soon emerged. Written in ink on papyrus, a type of paper derived from the abundant papyrus plant along the Nile, hieratic allowed for efficient communication and record-keeping. This innovation not only facilitated the growth of the Egyptian administrative system, but also enabled their culture to spread and flourish for thousands of years. The end of an era. Yet, as with all great empires, the reign of ancient Egypt eventually came to an end. A series of invasions, including those by the Persian Empire in the 4th century BC and the Roman Empire around 30 BC, marked the fall of this once great civilization. Despite its decline, the legacy of ancient Egypt continues to resonate through its linguistic and mathematical contributions, spirituality, and the extensive political and military might it once wielded. So, what was the secret that allowed ancient Egypt to endure for over 3,000 years, influencing countless generations even after its fall? It was their unmatched ability to innovate, to combine their understanding of the physical world with a deep spiritual conviction, and to immortalize their achievements in ways that would stand the test of time. Their story isn't just one of survival, but of a civilization that mastered the art of thriving. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the ancient world, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Spellbound Stories. Hit the bell icon to be the first to uncover more secrets of the past that continue to shape our present.